Hi, this is Sarah from Sass Series. Today I'll be talking about some of the books that I read in 2016. So I have the only series that I read in this year, and it was a reread. They're very big, so I'm going to just have to do it one book at a time. I reread Hot Gimmick by Miki Ohara. Yes, this is very controversial. A lot of people don't like this because it's kind of abusive. It's kind of bad, but it is so good. After rereading this one, I gave it 4.5 stars. This is my personal favorite manga. I know, I shouldn't say that. That sounds horrible. But it's so addictive, and it's so good. And, like, I like it. It's about this girl, and she lives in the building housing for her father's company. And then there's Ryu, whatever his name is. I can't pronounce any of these people's names. In my head, it makes sense because, like, I can pronounce it, and then when I try out loud, I'll butcher these names. He's, like, the man who lives upstairs. He's the prince of the palace. Everyone kisses his mom's shoes, the ground that she walks on. And he's a bully, like a real bully. And she ends up having to buy a pregnancy test for his sister. And he catches her, and he bullies her into becoming his slave, or he will tell everybody that she was pregnant and that she's a slut. So that's like how the story starts. She's a slave. And I like it. I don't have any shame. And then I read the next book in the series, which is the compilation of the next 3 volumes. And then I gave this one 4.5 stars also because I'm trash. And I enjoy seeing this trash. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, I enjoyed it. And then I read this one, the next volume that contains the next 3 volumes. And this is my least favorite one. I gave this one 4 stars. It was still trash, but I loved. This is like chocolate. Not like my favorite type of chocolate, more like dark chocolate. You know, the type of chocolate that's like sitting there and you're like, oh, I don't really like that chocolate. But you sit there and you eat all the chocolate because you can't help it. That's what Hot Gimmick is for me. It's dark chocolate. But it's good chocolate. And I don't regret it. And also, these people burn me up. Like, the drama is so intense. And then the next book is, of course, the last and final volume, which I gave 4.25 stars. Because, like, it stopped being as good. Like, at the beginning, it was like, damn, this drama. And then, like, it started to get silly, and I was like, bitch, this should have been done, like, 10 chapters ago. But it's okay. Because I still enjoyed it. She ended up with who I wanted to. And you're probably like, what? You wanted her to end up with him? He was abusive. No, I don't care. It was weird that her brother was into her, even though he wasn't her brother. It was weird. It was too weird. And it made me feel uncomfortable. And I don't ship the Lannisters, so why would I ship that? Even though they weren't really brother and sister. But I do ship, the Life with Theyre people. So maybe that's not a good thing for me to say. I don't care. I couldn't ship it. I couldn't get behind it. And then he became a monk. That was even weirder. I'm spoiling this for y'all. Y'all know y'all not gonna read it. Because it's trash. But if you do want good trash, Hot Gimmick. And then the next book I read is another Vonnegut. It's called God Bless You, Dr. Kevorkian. Dr. Kevorkian killed people if you don't know who he is. He did that thing where he was like an angel of death. And he was like, oh yes, I'll save your life. Just kidding. I gave this one 3.25 stars. Which is so sad because usually everything I give Vonnegut is 5. But, like, this one is just really short, and it's a little boring sometimes, but it's still funny and satirical, but it's not 5-star material, and I can't lie. Like, I love Vonnegut. I don't love that. But it was still worth reading. I recommend it. Just because it's not the best Vonnegut doesn't mean that it's still not better than someone else's work. Like, Vonnegut is amazing. So, what Vonnegut's worst work is Stephanie Meyer's best. Or, I don't want to be mean and say somebody who's actually, like, a good writer. I'm not going to do that. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to be nice. I sound horrible, God. I'm not mean, I promise. I just don't want to say something that people fuss at me for. Because I probably wouldn't mean it anyway. And then the next book I read was The Ice Dragon by George R.R. Martin. This one is so beautiful. Like, literally, it's so beautiful. Even the flap jacket is beautiful. Like, that's detailed work. I'm gonna just, like, dismantle this. The inside is gorgeous. It follows a girl who is like ice. And the only thing that she finds comfort in is an ice dragon. And the ending is beautiful. It's so sweet. Like, I could see me reading this to my children. Like, it's a good story to have on hand for your kids. Even though you probably thinking, Sarah, it's George R. R. Martin. Hello, if you read this to me as a kid, I would that'd probably be the only story I'd want read to me. It was that good. And then the next story that I read, I have a review for it because I got it as a first to read from Penguin. It's called The Smaller Evil by Stephanie Kwan? I don't know, I'm so sorry. You write really well. I'm sorry I'm butchering your name. I gave this one 4.5 stars, which is really surprising because, I didn't know what I was going to give it after reading it. It was one of those books I was like, oh, why do I rate this? And then, I started writing, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. It's psychological. Da -da -da. And I realized this should be read. A lot of people don't like it, but you have to realize that it's psychological. It's not an intense story. It follows a man. Well, it's not follows a boy. He's a boy. He's not a man. He's like 16, 17, 18. He's a boy. And he is pretty much coerced into a cult. And then the cult's leader dies. But the cult says that he's making it up. So what is going on? It's good. Read it. I'll link my review down below. You can decide if you want to read it or not. I think there's a little bit of spoilers in it. Don't click on the spoilers if you haven't read it. And then the next book that I read was, I'm a little disappointed in this one. Theyre All Trained by Paula Hawkins. Okay, yes, the movie came out. Still haven't seen it. I give this one 3.5 stars, and then it could still drop because, yes, this is addictive. And it's good, but it's only good because it's suspenseful. And when you read a suspense novel, you are like this. I was like, oh my god, I gotta keep reading. I read this in a day because I had to know what happened. I needed to know. And when I found out what happened, I was very disappointed. It felt out of left field. It felt like the twists were coming to be twisted just to make a braid. I was like, what are you doing? Paula Hawkins, you are not Gillian Flynn. You can't just throw stuff out of the woodworks and expect for me to think that it makes sense. Because it didn't. In fact, it made me angry. And I sat there for 10 minutes quietly arguing with myself in my head. I dropped the book. Because I was mad. I was like, how? There's nothing that pisses me off more than when I read a psychological novel and it makes no sense. No sense at all. None of this made sense. It was for the sake of being shocking. Not for the sake of actual character development. Now, okay, the man thing, I won't tell you who it is, but the man, I'll say the man, I could believe that. But some of this other stuff, I was like, huh? No. Also, that was predictable. The babysitter, really. Anyway, I'm still angry about that book. Not raging angry, because I did enjoy reading it. So obviously I'm not bitter. But I am a little mad about the twist, because I feel like it ruined the book for me. I feel like if she would have went in a different direction, I would have been like, oh my god, this is as good as Gone Girl, and I would have given it 5 stars. But no. She didn't do that. She made me angry. And I don't have time for that. So, that's all for today. And I'll see you in my next video. Let me know if you've read any of these books down below in the comments. And let me know if you read any trashy novels that you just can't stop reading because they're fun to read. I want to know because I'll probably read them too. I love those things. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.